a profession. Ain't nobody got life figured out, but niggas tell lies and niggas be messy. I've been chasing the art of perfection. That shit got me feeling so less than. I was scrolling on threads, trying to take chances. Somehow I made a connection. Introducing the bread and the butter. Run up the stream like bears in the summer do. Out here trying to encourage the younger gen. Bitch, I let it come straight from the frontal lobe. I remember doing poetry, Poetry do something for an old soul. Gotta give it to Zabe, cause Zabe took me to my very first show. Put so much in my art that you gotta notice. All this money come in hard not to blow it. I don't worry my brain or the paper rolling. Try to stay stoic, but my heart be showing. It's a killer game, got the blade poking. I was scrolling on threads. It was me and a voice in my head. Trying to find me and know it should be and get us a check.
We're going to talk about pain and pleasure, right? And why does pain exist? And is pain the real reason why we live today? Just to experience pain? Or the chase for pleasure, is that like what we live up for? We're living for the certain pleasure in life and always chasing to have something better in life, right? For me, I think for someone to be able to live life down here, you're going to have to accept the pain that comes with each experience that you do remember. I say remember because it's like you remember the times where things didn't go right, or it was like something that was very traumatizing, something that definitely changed your life from that moment on. You remember those things and those pains much easier than the pleasures, the times that you go out and you experience an amazing time with a friend or a loved one, or you might experience some type of gift or dinner of some sort, something where the pleasure for the moment was just remarkable, but nothing worth remembering too much of, right? So the pain, it can push us to change in a way and to evolve. So the pains of life, it's much intense. It's much more felt than the pleasures. I know we chase the pleasures day in, day out, right? We're always trying to reach that climax of ecstasy, of just an exciting life and just being able to have all the things that we want from this experience that we're having down here. And just making the moments of peace is like another thing that we have to understand that pain is trying to show us, that we have to make peace within ourselves and not with others to experience the moments of the pleasure that we want to have with others. Because if we can set the tone that we are in a peaceful state, then others can step into that peaceful state and begin to experience the pleasures that we have and we exchange with each other, right? So just knowing that pleasure can reinforce the values that we have, right? And the connections that we continue to connect and make with each other. It gives energy for us to keep going. You know, the pleasure is like we always want to keep that feeling a part of our daily routine and our ceremonies that we do when we eat and when we exchange our energy with others. These are ceremonies that is taking place, and we want to keep that going. It's the dopamine that we get rewarded from the pleasures that we take. The tension between them, the pain and the pleasure that we experience, it just goes with depending on the situation, right? Because some things can't be separated. Like loving someone deeply means there's a risk that you will have a loss. So when you love someone deeply, there's a pleasure in having that person around, right? But at the same time, that pleasure will someday become a loss. And the way that happens can definitely shift and change someone. And that doesn't mean that that pain should take away the pleasures of life when we lose someone. But we do have to understand that the pain is much more heavier than the pleasure. We remember the pain and deal with the pain much differently than we do with our pleasures. So chasing goals means that if you don't reach them, you think it's a failure in some way. But with just the pleasure of chasing the goal, it's not a failure. That's the part where you have to understand that in certain parts of the process that you're going to feel the pain and then you're going to feel the pleasure. For example, when you play a sport and you think about the sport, do you think about how much fun it's going to be to play the sport? Or on the opposite end, do you think about how much work you're going to have to put in just to compete in the sport of trying to win or trying to have pleasure of participating with that sport? So there's a lot of work, and pain and work is not the same thing, but it can feel heavy. And when things are too heavy on someone, then they can become stuck in that energy. And that's what we don't want to do with our pain. We don't want to become stuck in that pain. We want to allow the pleasures of life balance out and help us grow as a person. And I say grow as a person, but when you grow as a person, you grow over the discomforts of the pains, right? We carry the joy to get over the sadness, because we just know that the sadness could only be temporary if we continue to move towards our pleasures of life. So, just instead of saying eliminate the pain and keep chasing the pleasure, is great to say, but it's not a balanced life. You're gonna have some pain. You're gonna have to chase the pleasure. You're gonna receive the pleasure and have some unexpected pain. And then it's just up to you to be able to respond in a very balanced way, in a very aware way of how you want to move forward in the present moment. Because if you don't balance the pain in a way that you should in the present moment, it could lead to a lot of different emotions that will get you stuck. But if you allow yourself to take that pain and continue on with the pleasures of life to help you balance out that pain, then you can move not only forward, but you can address the pain as the cycle returns, knowing that it's a part of the pleasure of having life and enjoying them in your life. With that said, hope everyone out there has a great day ahead, and just focus on the pleasures of life and not let your pains keep you in a situation where you don't.
Ayo, 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 ayo. Want love in this music? Get money and choose a profession. Ain't nobody got life figured out, but niggas tell lies and niggas be messy. I've been chasing the art of perfection. That shit got me feeling so less than. I was scrolling on threads, trying to take chances. Somehow I made a connection. Introducing the bread and the butter. Run up the stream like bears in the summer dew. Out here trying to encourage the younger gen. Bitch, I let it come straight from the frontal lobe. I remember doing poetry. Poetry do something for an old soul. Gotta give it to Zabe. Cause Zabe took me to my very first show. Put so much in my art that you gotta notice. All this money come in hard not to blow it. I don't worry my brain or the paper rolling. Try to stay stoic, but my heart be showing. It's a killer game, got the blade poking. I was scrolling on threads. It was me and a voice in my head. Tryna find me and know it should be and get us a check.